What's going on, guys? Mickle here, and today I want to do a quick XRP update. I wanted to cover some news that's been circulating around recently that falls in line with an opinion that I've actually had. I also wanted to cover some technical analysis, so make sure to stick around for that. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it down below, comment what you think, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have been doing awesome recently and really been helping me out so much, so keep on subscribing, and let's jump right into this video. So I was going through Twitter today and I saw a tweet, and it really just perfectly aligned what I've been talking about in these last couple of videos. So let's jump into it and then I'll explain to you why. It read, the first tweet was, SEC Chair Gary Gensler is probably worse than Jay Clayton. At least Clayton left us alone. Not really sure if I get to that one because he's the one who brought the lawsuit. But Adriana responds, Clayton actually did us a favor. Imagine he never filed that lawsuit against Ripple. We would still be here today waiting for any form of clarity, which we wouldn't have received. At least this lawsuit will give XRP and Ripple holders the clarity we've been waiting for soon. So guys, I think this is the most important thing to understand. A lot of people who cover this XRP news every day, and for people like me and you watching this video who are paying attention to every move, we would have been in this same position, watching these SEC hearings with Gary Gensler, waiting for him to make a statement that would give XRP clarity, and we would still have zero clarity. The only thing the lawsuit is presenting us right now is actually the potential to get clarity before Congress makes any ruling on the status of other digital assets. The lawsuit that many have believed was put on XRP to hinder Ripple and try to create even more ambiguity into its status was really designed to give XRP clarity, and the easiest way to do that without an official coming out again, like happened with Ethereum, was for the SEC to simply file a lawsuit that they could never win, lose the case, and the result of that loss in the case would be to give XRP the clarity it needed. And I think it's very important to point out that if the goal of the SEC really was here to stifle Ripple and hurt innovation, then the best thing they could have done was just to keep on ignoring XRP and Ripple. If their main objective was to keep Ripple from getting clarity, then they never would have started this lawsuit in the first place. You need to understand that in 2018, Ripple Labs actually brought on two of the top SEC officials who worked at the SEC. This means that Jay Clayton, while at the office, saw two of these, or he wasn't there yet, but he knew these two SEC officials actually left and were now working for Ripple. He knew that if he was to sue Ripple at the end of the year, or at the end of 2020, he knew that it would have been impossible for them to win the case because he had the people who had all the evidence now working for Ripple. The best way he could have kept Ripple and XRP from getting any clarity in the market was to simply ignore them and let Congress make new laws that would have been based on no prior events that ever took place. Instead, he chose to file a lawsuit against Ripple and XRP before Congress had the chance to change any of the laws. This forced the clarity for XRP and Ripple to be based off the only prior precedent available, which was for Bitcoin and Ethereum, which clearly and obviously would also put XRP in the same status as Ethereum and Bitcoin. There's no other case precedent that would ever say anything otherwise, and therefore it was very obvious from the beginning that Jay Clayton's intent while suing Ripple and XRP was really to give XRP clarity in a very convoluted way. I know I say this a lot, but the worst thing for Ripple would have been for nothing to happen at all. There would still be ambiguity, and we would simply still be waiting on Congress to make laws, and we've been waiting on that for the last 3 years and haven't gotten anything. What the lawsuit was an accelerated program to get clarity for XRP. And the reason why this had to happen was because XRP is going to be integral to the next generation financial system. The powers that be simply couldn't wait around anymore for XRP to get clarity because they are waiting to use it in their next generation systems. And we can see that by looking at the recent announcements that have been popping up. And if this was any other company, these would be absolutely massive. You need to understand that I'm looking at Palantir stock right now that jumped 15% after hours because they were working with the U.S. Army. And if we just look at the couple events that came out for Ripple and XRP recently, which have a smaller market cap than Palantir, they're absolutely game-changing, and no one even pays attention to this. So let's click through these quickly. And first one was Bank of Qatar begins to leverage Ripple for instant cross-border payments. You need to understand that no one is partnering with Ripple simply for their messaging software. If they wanted to do that, they would have stuck with Swift. The reason these people are partnering for Ripple is because they want to leverage XRP. It's goes without saying that the only reason you would go with a less proven company is if they have something transformational that you're not getting in other places. The transformational thing about Ripple is that they leverage XRP, and that's why the Bank of Qatar is joining them. The Bank of Qatar has a market cap of almost $200 billion. This is absolutely insane, and it just shows the scope of the partners that Ripple is working with. Not only that, but the Federal Reserve is directly working with Ripple partners such as Volante Pay for their faster payment task force, and they're looking to adopt ISO 20022 format for payments. And Ripple is one of the few cryptocurrency projects or companies that is compliant with this system. It's pretty obvious that Ripple is going to be heavily involved in bridging central bank currencies all over the world, as a large majority of central banks have already stated that they're running pilots on the XRP ledger, and Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse has even said multiple times that there's many more behind the scenes that they simply haven't released the news yet. If we also look at the top 100 banks in the world, we can see that almost more than half of them are actually already Ripple partners, and this list really has been based on 2019 data. This was way before Ripple was even close to as proven as it is now, and now probably has way more of these partners. Ripple is currently dominating the transformation to a new age financial system, and it's one of the biggest reasons why the SEC has been forced to fast track Ripple status. Congress makes decisions on its own, and the SEC is not a branch that can make rules. That comes down to Congress. The SEC tried to make rules back in 2018 when Hidman gave his famous Ethereum speech, and I have a feeling that got a ton of pushback from other people in the industry, and likely because a lot of what William Hidman did had to do with being paid off by the Ethereum Foundation, maybe not directly, but indirectly, and DAI has covered that extensively. That being said, I do believe a lot of what happened in 2018 was the result of a minor amount of corruption and overall just looking to give Ethereum clarity and only Ethereum. But that doesn't mean that the lawsuit today has anything to do with what happened in 2018. In fact, I think what happened in 2018 was simply the perfect reason why XRP could have never lost this lawsuit in the first place. That's why it was filed on Jay Clayton's last day. He knew it was going to lose, and that's why he didn't do it in 2019 when he would have been there for the entire thing. He wanted nothing to do with it because he knew it was all a show. It was all to give XRP clarity, and it was a lawsuit that was never meant to be won. That's why Gary Gensler came in after it was filed, because then he doesn't have to take the blame for when the SEC loses it. He shows up and the lawsuit's already filed. And if we just circle back to this tweet real quick, Gary Gensler is now saying that he sees most of the industry as securities, and he essentially needs Congress to make a ruling on it. Well, most of the cryptocurrencies in the industry are very far behind what Ripple's doing, and they likely can wait another year or two for Congress to finally get its act together and get this clarity status. Ripple, on the other hand, for the reasons we showed right here, they are really a tier ahead of everyone else, and they need clarity now. So what they needed to do was for the SEC to use this lawsuit as a form to create law. They cannot do that on their own. That can only happen through the courts. They do not have the power that Congress has, and they could not wait around for Congress to keep doing nothing. Instead, they had to take measures into their own hand, which was to lose a court case and to give XRP clarity in the market. And if we go back to this tweet, Clayton actually did us a favor. Imagine he never filed a lawsuit against Ripple. We would still be here waiting for any form of clarity, which we wouldn't have received. At least this lawsuit will give Ripple XRP holders the clarity we've been waiting for. Guys, it's pretty obvious to me that this lawsuit was really a favor to XRP holders. The thing that a lot of people get confused is they feel like just because it was a lawsuit, it was an attack. This was the only way to do it without having an absolutely insane debacle like what happened in 2018 with Hinman. This was the way because I guarantee you got a ton of pushback for that because he was not supposed to be making rules or giving guidance like that. I guarantee you this was the SEC's way of saying, you know what, we're not doing that again. We're just going to lose this court case. The courts are going to say XRP has clarity. No one's going to argue with that. And what's said is done. We'll regulate the rest of the space when we have the ability to do so through Congress. But right now, we need to fast track XRP and get this show on the road. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it down below. Comment what you think. And I really want to get your guys' opinion on what I'm saying here. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And actually, right before I cut it off, I said I would go over technicals, so I'll pull this up real quick. Yeah, we're still bouncing around at this triangle. We're meeting this center spot right here. We'll see if we come rejected, retest this line, or if we touch this upper trend line, we'll see if we're able to break out. I expect the next time we touch this top of the trend, we will be breaking to the upside to new all-time highs. I would guess this corresponds to the end of the lawsuit, but we'll have to wait and see. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it down below. Comment what you think. Thank you so much. And for now, Mikkel out.